Hey, Taurus, welcome to your August 2024 monthly message from Spirit. Those of you who are new to me, hi, my name is Kelly Lunt. I'm an intuitive channel and medium. I just love to bring you Spirit's message. Okay, so Taurus, what you've got going on for your soul level lesson, or if you don't want to use that word, your personal growth for this month, it's the Six of Earth crossed by the Ten of Water. So that means that it's time for you to pay attention in your relationships to make sure they feel balanced, to make sure it's more about when you're giving, are you giving to get something out of the other person? Are you giving because you think that's what they need? Are you giving and it feels like inspired action, like, "Oh my god, this feels so good. I have to do this for them." Or is it more of a manic feel good, more like a, "I have to give this to them in order to get this." Or "I have to treat him this way in order for him to feel that spark, blah, blah, blah." Because it's really just about focusing in and making sure that you're creating a life story, not a love story. So the love story is that Tristan and Isolde, that ended in a war. Romeo and Juliet, that ended in death. You know. So those love stories are those moments where you just feel that chemistry, and then it heads to destruction and ruin. And it's more like you can't be with the person, so it's like this pining for them. But a life story is where you find someone that there is chemistry, there is compatibility, there is, shared values, all that good stuff, but you're able to cohabitate and create a life together. You're able to figure out the groceries, figure out running a household together. So it's because it's right now, you want to give up that I just want that Prince Charming to come and sweep me off my feet. So the love story, and it's like you're ready to sink in to the life story. And how you create a life story is you got to make sure that when you're giving, it feels good. Otherwise, it's not going to last a lifetime, right? And yeah, what I'm hearing from the spirit guides right now is they are saying a lot of what it's sunk down because you're exhausted from how much you gave without evaluating what you were getting. There wasn't an equal give and take in that relationship. There was a promise of a future and holding on to it to make it work. So it is about emotional balance and feeling good when you're giving. Okay, so for the more kind of human level lesson, wow, it's about your communication, page of fire. So it's more about, instead of worrying about communicating in just the right way or worry about saying things in a way that invoke attraction within them, it's more about sinking into who you are and how you like to communicate. And this is a very specific message. So guys, give me a comment if this resonates. But it's almost as if you've been watching people on YouTube and they're like, "Oh, want your man to do XYZ? Here's how to say it." Or, those live Q&As where "This is what my man said." And the person's live going, "Oh, well, here's what I would say." You interpreted that as there's a certain specific way that you have to speak to, what do I say, opposite sex, just in case you like the same sex. There's a certain way you need to speak to the type of partner that you want in order to keep attraction going, make them want you, make them want to protect and provide for you. Instead of just recognizing that the way that person said it is that was true and authentic to their core being. So it's more about you sinking in and going, "You know what? The way I can in my next relationship, the way I communicate to my partner, I do want it to inspire romance in our relationship. And I would love to be with a partner who takes romantic gestures and kindness and wants to make my life easier. And I'd love to communicate in a way where that chemistry stays alive." And then you can be guided to your own unique way to say it. That's what's important for you, Taurus. Okay, so it looks like in your recent past, well, you definitely left something. You definitely something ended. You left something, and but it's the 8 of water, so you're like, "I'm gonna go explore the unknown and figure it out." And it's there needs to be a little bit of admission that how you've been approaching it just hasn't been working. So it is I need to find a new way to do love. Okay, in terms of the moment right now, you're definitely in your head. Sorry. You're definitely in your head. You're definitely like overanalyzing a bit, overthinking a bit. Um, you're being a little hard on yourself for something like not working out. Being a little too objective, like where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? How could I have missed that? Why did I tolerate that for as long as I did? Well, it's okay. Going into the future, it looks like you're gonna like hyper put your focus on the here and the now and enjoying life's little luxury. So sometimes, guys, if you're like getting over a breakup or just a bad segment of your life, sometimes it's very helpful to focus on the here and now. If you're on a walk, bring your focus to what do you observe right now? Oh, I see an orange flower. I see a red bird. I'm walking on wooden planks right now. So it's kind of like a little bit of a need to like do that. I'll call it grounding, but it's also just making yourself be present in your new reality. Well, I don't even call it new reality. It's just making you be present. Because it does look like there's, as of right now, there's a little bit of a chance and opportunity for you to hyper focus on, well, this friend answered my call, and oh, I can call so and so for XYZ. So there'll be a little bit of honestly avoiding some of the emotions from the previous thing that you ended instead of just going, well, that sucked. It's a bummer, it didn't work out. I am kind of bummed that I ignored the incompatibilities for as long as I did. I wish it would have turned out. I'm looking to just feel relief and soothed. And I know at some point there'll be a turning point where I feel neutral and I start to feel positive, and I'll start to feel positive expectation about manifesting in a new lover. So it's a little bit better, in my opinion, to be present with the current emotions that you're feeling, soothe them, tend to them, and just be open to the possibilities of the future. And then at some point when you are like fully, okay, I'm grounded in the here and now, then you get out of hope and move into positive expectation. Um, okay, so but spirit, give them a little bit. What do they? So I normally just do a Celtic cross, but I'm pulling you guys a couple extra cards. I just want to make sure you're getting like all the lessons you can. So it's okay. So there's a little wow. You got the death card, the three of earth, and the awakening card. So the awakening card is indicating that you need to like completely look at this relationship and the breakup in like a whole new way. Um and like the new view is like this relationship was here to transform the way you viewed relationships. That's funny. That's kind of funny. So you need a perspective shift. You need an epiphany. You need to like embody a new sense of being. Um, and Taurus, a lot of that is the new way you're supposed to view relationships is that it's more of the three of earth, which is more of like collaboration, team player. Um, hey, I'm looking for a relationship like this. Is oh, that is what you're looking for too? Okay, good. Because I just love to think about good food to make my man and like spoil him. I don't really want to worry about bills or any of that stuff. Or it's like the hey, I actually, I'm fine with contributing financially, but I definitely like day trips and road trips. There's a little bit more of like an ownership of the type of relationship that you want, and then also being open to hearing what would make them happy. And gosh, Taurus, I for all I can tell you is that there's a really strong energy reeking out of these three cards that it's not about getting the type of relationship that, those Dubai princesses talk about on TikTok or maybe what you even got in your 20s. It's like kind of catch up to speed with like who you are today and like recognize that your needs change, right? Because a 20-year-old does need a protector and a provider. But, like, if you're older now and you can make your own money, now you would probably want, like, really good conversation, a really good companion to go on life events. Because most of those, like I know the offers I got in my 20, most of those protectors and providers, it was not good conversation. They were men that were so logical, and they thought, "No, I'll pay for everything. I get to work, and then I'll be home on the weekends." And it's like, "Wait a second, I want, like, a friend, I want a companion." And they were like, "No, no, no. You're a muse. I'll see you on the weekends." So, okay. So it's like catching up to speed with who you are today and what is it that would be significant to you today. And there's another message. The example I'm getting is, on a client call one time, she was so focused on manifesting that Amanda Francis and Manifestation Babe lifestyle just kind of looked at her and went, "Wait a second. Do you want like a 10-bedroom mansion, with like 10 bathrooms?" And she went, "Yes." And I could tell it wasn't like authentic well-being and happiness. It was more like a manic, "Yeah, I want that," living in like hope and like if anything's possible, right? And all I asked her was, "Do you actually want to keep that kind of a house clean yourself?" She's like, "No, God, no, that'd be too much and too big." And I went, "Okay, so now do you want to make the kind of money to hire the staff that would maintain that house?" And she went, "Well, if I was in alignment, wouldn't it happen?" And I went, "Okay." Third and last question. Do you actually want your privacy invaded by staff that much? Someone coming in once a week to clean the house, someone coming in once a week to fix the leak for, one of your 10 toilets, another like once a week someone coming in to mow your grass in your yard. And she was like, "Oh my god, absolutely not." And she sunk in and went, "Oh, I actually just want like a 3-bedroom house, but I would like it on top of a hill with a big grass for my kids to play in." And now she's happily along her way, moving along. So you might think you want a certain type of relationship, but it's like sinking in and like, actually, I just want that guy where even if I'm paying for some stuff, it just really feels like a united front, him and me, and I know we're together for forever. Um, yeah, I don't know. Taurus, I'm really curious about what you decide you need out of a relationship. So it looks like in terms of your personal power this month, I told you this early in the read. Your personal power this month is the 3 of air. So that means that it is kind of just admitting that you're sad, sad that you misjudged a situation, sad that it ended, sad that you let yourself be led on for so long, sad that you led yourself on. Um, sad that you're feeling alone. It's honestly law of attraction is all about point A to point B. Google Maps. You have to put in the starting place and the end destination. And you have to admit where you're authentically at emotionally on that topic. Otherwise, it's like putting Google Maps and putting the end destination and not telling it where you're at, right? The directions can't start until you do that. So it's, I want to be happily married with my life partner and we co create an amazing life together. And right now, I feel really, really sad and I don't see how it's possible. And in fact, I feel like maybe a little angry, a little bitter. And God, I'm glad that step 2, the how to get from here to there, is the universe's job. Guide me. And then the first couple steps of your journey are going to be about just soothing yourself, relief, feeling better. Then it will be, "Oh yeah, here's what I want out of a partner. Universe, show me what it feels like to be in an amazing relationship with my life partner." You're going to hold that feeling. It's going to be like, "Oh, getting some dates." And then you enjoy the unfoldment of the love story. But it's better to admit that, like, I am sad. Okay, in terms of outside people, there's a little bit of let go, but the other person didn't really like lead you on or mislead or anything. That person just had a lot going on in their life and was doing their best, honestly, to try to keep you. They thought you were a catch and they're like, "I gotta keep her." Um, so they weren't like love bombing. They weren't doing anything manipulative at all. They just had a lot going on and were doing their best to try to keep you, is what I can let you know. Okay, in terms of your hopes or fears, it looks like it's a little bit yeah, it looks like it's a little bit of a fear of I'll never be happy again. I messed up my 20s. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. But guys, that's never going to get you to where you want to be, right? If you're like, "I messed up. I don't think I'm ever going to be as happy as I can be." Well, law of attraction, what you think you get, right? And you can't look back at a past mistake in the past because if you think you should have turned right somewhere where you turned left, then that means from this moment forward, the rest of your life, it's just like something's always going to be a little off. Instead of just saying, "I feel sad that I didn't prioritize a healthy life partnership earlier in life." Because it sure would be nice to have someone right now where we're looking back, reminiscing over memories that we made. Gosh, it would be so nice to be reminiscing over memories and life we've spent together. I would so like to be in a juicy, good relationship that is a life partner. I now prioritize a life partner. So that means since this is my desire and I get to have all my desires, that there's someone else out there who's now prioritizing it too. Someone just like me, just the age I'm at, just the weight I'm at, just the right spunk and kind of life I want. And I look forward to the unfoldment of that journey. That's the energy and the headspace to be in. In terms of your outcome for this month, it does look like this month is going to get you back into that little spark of life. So this is going to be a month of like just processing, kind of being soothing yourself, feeling relief over what ended. Um, and towards the end of the month, you will find yourself getting tapped back into the Ace of Fire, which is that spark of life. That all right, it's worth it. I do want, my life partner now. Let's go, universe. So you're gonna return back to the spark of life, Taurus. That's at least good. All right, love you all bunches. Write any comments, write any thumbs ups, and don't forget I go live 10 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on YouTube with a channeled message from Spirit, and then I stay live for mini reads afterwards. Have a good month, y'all.